you end up with a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and responsible governments have to stay focused on the policies that are making a difference, and that's what we've been doing.
I want to finish up with one other video of Trudeau, because this combines sort of this Trump effect we're talking about, and then also social media, censorship, and so much of the other misinformation nonsense we've been dealing with. Take a look.
The struggle that you were having domestically, your disapproval rating had to do with, as I understand it, discontent with your government because of high inflation and the economy, and also because of immigration policies. Those are also issues that the left-wing party in this country has faced a lot of disapproval of and just lost an election over. It seems like voters in both of these, liberal democracies are sending a message to left-wing parties, liberal parties. We don't like how you're doing the economy when it comes to inflation. We don't like how you're doing immigration.
There are a lot of feelings involved. I mean, if you look at the actual numbers, inflation in Canada was lower, came down quicker. Our economy bounced back faster after the pandemic than anyone else's, including the United States. We're projected to grow faster than the United States and all other G7 countries next year. Our economy is doing very well. That's what it is. But when you get I was going to say conflagration, but at least an intersection of both right-wing policy, right-wing attacks and social media, you end up with a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and responsible governments have to stay focused on the policies that are making a difference, and that's what we've been doing.
Mr. Mayor, the reason I wanted to show you that clip is because everyone knows that you were the one that got the Hunter Biden laptop. You were leading the story, trying to tell people what happens. We don't have to rehash what Twitter and the government did and that you couldn't share the New York Post story and everything else. But it's left-wing censorship that did this. It's left-wing attacks that denied the truth and called the rest of us Nazis and all of these things. And maybe we could end the show with you just briefly explaining what your situation is right now, because you're going through an awful lot. I'm thrilled to hear you're here in Florida, and I'll always help you as I can. But where are you at with all of this? Because it's not right-wing attacks that created this chaos. It's left-wing attacks, and it's at your doorstep.
100%. And when I heard that before, that pretty much was the whole Biden approach, right? There is no inflation. The economy is wonderful.
Right.
The border is secure. And meanwhile, the people are seeing reality. And they are actually doing a better job of converting them to us than we are by reality hitting them in the face, hitting people in the face.